I'm half Italian. I'm sorry, I'm 51.5% Italian. Found out my dad has a little bit of Italian in him. Mostly Sicilian though, in that Italian. And the rest of me is Norwegian, Irish, French, English, a whole conglomeration of like the Northern European countries. Yeah. This is on the Sicilian side. And I grew up eating this. I'm assuming my mom grew up eating it, and my grandma grew up eating it, and that my great-grandmother grew up eating it too, you know. So, and I know it's something that's popular in Sicily to this day still. I don't know. I don't think so, because I know that they're common throughout Italy, but I would say Sicily, they're especially known for it. And again, I think it's because Sicily is more like a porting island, and there's lots of farmland, and in Frittata are a lot of things we find on the farm. So, typically, so frittata is like a poor man's food. It's like the Italian version of ratatouille. It's kind of like a casserole, right? You throw some potatoes in there for like roughage, and you just kind of, you can stretch the meat, you know, by adding some other proteins in there like eggs. So typically it's poor man's food, but I think it tastes great even if you don't need it to survive. I love to cook. I feel like cooking for Italians is not just about good food, it's about the community that it brings. And at least that's the way I was taught my whole life. We always had food available, either already made, like in my kitchen right now I have cookies, like in my little cookie jar, like that's just how it always was, right? Food is a way to connect with people, because whether you speak Italian or English or Swahili or whatever, you can all connect on food. You don't need, that's everybody's love language, right? So, yeah, for sure. I've had a lot of like dinner parties at my apartment, and it's something that my family always did growing up. So I feel like I've definitely been able to use my culture and something that's so important to my culture to connect with people. One thing that I added, that I typically add, I add sage to my frittata. Like, frittata is supposed to be whatever you have in the fridge. It's like the whole kitchen sink, right, that you throw into this dish. It's a good way to use your leftovers, and the stuff that I use today, especially the zucchini and the mushrooms, are like super common in frittata, but I always like to add sage and balsamic vinegar. I like to pour balsamic vinegar on the top because I think it really cuts like the salt that's in the egg and in the prosciutto that I put on there. So probably sage and balsamic vinegar. Those are my go-tos, but that's not necessarily traditional. So it's my little, it's Julia's spin on it.